Good morning, welcome back to the show. I hope you got a fresh cup of coffee because it's a doozy. And before we get on with it here, we got a big thanks to Jeff Davison, owner of Hernando's Pizza Pub, for being one of our key sponsors. Life's too short to eat bad pizza. Open for dinner every day except for 2 days out of the year. So long-term locals, love those guys, great food and a great atmosphere. So hanging out with Andy Miller, we're talking Fraser. And we're talking, I guess some recent news was that Fraser kind of separated from the Chamber of Winter Park, and we're trying to do a little more to thrive the businesses of Fraser, or grow the business of Fraser, because right now a lot of businesses in Winter Park, and Fraser's kind of hubbed around Safeway, from a revenue perspective. And
Winter Park's opening a grocery store, so that's going to have an impact probably on our sales there. But I think it'll be temporary, and I think things will even out as we all grow and both stores prosper. But still, it's going to be an effect that we have to think about.
There's going to be changes going on, that's for sure.
And you don't want a town that's very dependent on a single source of income. So we're working hard to try and diversify that. And there's a lot of opportunities in Fraser. There's a lot of vacant land down in the commercial core of Fraser that could become some pretty neat business opportunities down there.
So what kind of decisions are you making right now to, do you do things to try and lure businesses in, or are you just will you maybe build some things to try and bring businesses in?
The mayor, again, Philip Nail, to get a business group started, a business committee basically, and they came to us with some ideas of ways we might enhance the business atmosphere. Sales tax abatement is pretty controversial, but there's some possibilities there of being able to take some sales tax that's generated by new businesses and allow them to use that for a while.
Oh, really?
To help get their business started.
Just help get their feet under.
Yep. And those, like I say, the controversy there is I'm coming into retirement, and I enjoy the low cost of living in Fraser. Our mill levy is low, or basically it's a fairly reasonable place to live.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to make sure that any development that happens pays for itself. I think we can help it along, and I think that could help the town in the long run. But those are tough questions, and that's why we really enjoy having people come to meetings and give us their input, because some of these are going to be fairly controversial decisions coming up. So.
Right. Well, with growth, there's always a lot of decisions to be made. And so you said you might retire. Now, is that professionally from the board? A little bit retire completely?
No, you don't get to up here, I'm afraid.
Yeah, right? Or do you foresee staying on the board for a while yet?
I'll be on the board for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'll keep up. If I ever retire, that means I get to work at these volunteer things.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
So that retirement, maybe I wouldn't have to go.
Everyone's waiting for you to retire.
Crawl spaces and build buildings.
How many years have you been on the board in Fraser?
Oh, just for 2. Yeah, just a couple. So this is my first term. But I'm a community journalist. I spent years covering the Fraser Town Board back in the late 70s and 80s, and as a journalist for the Winter Park Manifest newspaper.
Oh, wow.
So I've always had a real interest in local politics, and I've kept up with it real well.
Yeah, and obviously you've given a lot to the local scene there as well. So eternally grateful for that.
And another exciting thing that we're considering doing in the area of Fraser to help with more affordable housing is that the old lots in Fraser in the core of Old Town Fraser were plotted into 25-foot wide lots.
Okay.
And the rule has always been you had to have 2 of those, or 50 feet of lot frontage by 135 feet deep to build on. Well, we want to change that, and that's what's coming up before the board pretty quickly, to allow people to build on a 25-foot by 135-foot lot. So it'd be cheaper. You build kind of a shotgun type house. It'd be long and narrow, but it might provide the opportunity for more people to build homes that would be more affordable.
And now, where you said on the business corridor there, is that right off Highway 40, or is that
right off Highway 40? The old part of town basically is all plotted into these 25 by 135 foot lots. Basically, I think it was so that you could have a small house in the front of the lot and get your outhouse far enough away that it didn't smell things up too badly, So. But anyway,
this is like there was One Love, little burger joint.
Well, actually, One Love. The
Caribbean
exciting
joint
thing there is that we're just closing on a property deal with an individual that's going to put a distillery back there.
What? So there's going to be a distillery going into Fraser.
Distillery and restaurant.
Little known fact: Winter Park Winery. We got a hidden little treasure there. So we'll have a winery, a little distillery, and of course the long-term locals' favorite, the Crooked Creek Saloon.
Yep,
so
the
there's a
Crooked
little life
Creek's right there.
downtown.
Oh, you betcha there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there'll be more as we go along.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll talk a little more about transportation's been a big change.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few changes going on locally, hopefully all for the better, and we'll talk a little more about that. So, once again, we're hanging out with Andy Miller, and he's on the Fraser Board of Trustees, and he's also wearing a lot of hats these days, including a ski bum at 42 years. So, life is good. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment.